What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
Everybody jamming. It is Friday. It is the shoot-around. Friday. That is a seven-time NBA champion, Big Shot Bob, Robert Horry. Who, by the way, the kid you gave the jersey to, his dad got it right. Called you Big Shot Rob. So good for him. We screw it up every week on this show.
I've always called it Big Shot Bob.
I know, everybody has. And that's B-Dog Brandon Harper. My name's Rob Jenners. We teased this at the end of the show on Wednesday that came out for the playoffs. I want to see if you guys can guess. I have the top 15, now that the season's over, the top 15 highest selling jerseys. I figure we can just go back and forth. We'll start with Rob. Top 15 highest selling jerseys in the NBA this season. Robert Horry.
Luka
Doncic, number 1. So that's a big win. Shea comes in at number 9. LeBron James, number 3.
Chef Cuddy,
number 2.
Durant.
Nope.
KD, number 13.
Oh, yeah, he is there. I
Number 13.
forgot. Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum, number 4. Yeah, good job.
Joker.
Joker, number 10. Good job.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown, number 15. Coming in at the bottom of the list, but he's there.
Freak.
Giannis did not make the list. No Giannis.
John Morant.
John Morant, number 8. Very good. Rob?
This one, I know because it was weird when I saw his ball.
Yeah, LaMelo Ball, number 11. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Who are we missing? 1, 2.
I think I know one.
We're missing 4.
Brunson, I think.
Jalen Brunson, number 5. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so you got 3 left. See if you can get to the last 3. 2 of them missed the playoffs. One of them very firmly in the playoffs.
Did we say Ant-Man?
We did not say Ant-Man. That would be the one that is in the playoffs. And the last 2 did not make the postseason.
So that's probably someone. Can't think of anybody else.
Okay. Harper, any last guesses before we throw them out?
Did we say Devin Booker?
Number 14.
I thought.
So the last one, I'm shocked that neither of you got. The last one on the list is number 6.
Oh! Victor
Wembanyama. There it is.
the future face of the league.
Face of the league. We talked about him extensively on the Wednesday show, and there he was. Yeah. So those are your top 15 highest. I'm surprised Giannis didn't. I'm surprised Giannis didn't make that list.
Yeah.
I am shocked LaMelo Ball made that list.
I think when you start looking at, like, I don't know what it is. I think you got so many guys. I don't know. I think when you have so many guys who you see, I don't want to see more of, but more guys it seem like they're in the headlines than Giannis these days.
Yeah, I guess, but like, how does LaMelo Ball crack that list?
Because LaMelo is young, he's flashy.
Yeah, I get it.
He's very flashy.
All right, I don't know.
And plus, you got to think about he's been in the limelight since he was like 8 years old.
Yeah, well, all those kids have. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, question for James, Rob. Mikal Bridges has never missed an NBA game. Since being drafted in 2018, he's played in every game in his 7 seasons in the league. His streak of 556 games played is nothing short of amazing. He's not even halfway to the OG Ironman, though, AC Green, who holds the streak of 1,192 consecutive games played. To continue his streak, though, he got the start, he committed a foul, and he checked out after 6 seconds. And the streak goes on. Are you cool with that, or do you think it's lame?
I think it's lame. But it is what it is. You know, I remember when I got ready to break the record for playoff games, and Pop was like, "Why you tell me I could have put you in?" I said, "I'm not going to disrespect the record like that. Just play me or don't play me." And so I think for him, go on and play. You know, it defeats the purpose if you're going to say you're Iron Man. So it defeats the purpose. You know, you always talk about asterisks. Put asterisks by that. And I love Bridges, but I'm putting asterisks by that. I know he didn't need to play.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
Okay. Harp, you good with it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, look, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You do what you got to do to keep a streak alive sometimes.
I mean, I guess I see why people have an issue with it, but guys, that's just like guys who have, and he probably has something in his contract. That's just like when there's certain,
I didn't even think about that. There might be some kind of escalator.
there may be
bonus
some
or
type
something.
of and guys try to get whatever piece of history they can get. It's not that big of a deal.
It really isn't, but you got a long way to go before you get to AC Green. So just hang in there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it is
I
what
guess-
it is. We're talking
I
about
guess
the end of the
it's-
season too.
But look, dude, 556 straight games ain't nothing to scoff at.
It's not.
That's a hell of a streak for
Right.
especially today's NBA. Good Lord.
Because through most of that, like you got to be like he's playing.
Gotta be healthy.
You got to be available. You got to be healthy. So when you realize you have that streak going on, because I'm pretty sure I want to know at what point in time did he kind of know that he had this streak going on to where he actually cared about it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because sometimes when you just playing, you don't know until somebody brings that to you and be like,
I would
hey,
imagine 3-4 seasons in, you haven't missed a game. Somebody got in your ear and was like, "Yo, man,
you know, you ain't,
you ain't missed a game."
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because that's a rarity.
yeah.
So I figure by 3-4 years in, and now he's in his 7th season, he has yet to miss a game.
I ain't got no problem with it. I mean,
All right,
yeah.
that's what it is. Do you have any problem with the John Morant celebration, the hand grenade now? And I'm like, dude, here's my thing. I feel like he's doing it to get the sports media riled up.
Of course
I feel like
he is.
that's the only reason he does it. I don't think it really has any meaning to him aside from I'm gonna do something that's gonna get my name back in the news.
Has he been fined for it?
No,
Has he been suspended for it?
no.
Ain't no problem there.
Rob, talk to this man.
Man, let's just say this. If there was a David Stern in this league, this dude would not be celebrating anything anymore. He might not even be in the league no more. But it's just like, that's the one thing I like about Adam. He gives you a lot of leeway, but it gets to a point where, man, come on, dude, really?
Because they
You
could
doing
fine
too
him for
much
this
right
too.
now. Yeah.
They could suspend him for this, but they have not.
They haven't done it yet.
They haven't done it.
Well, he hasn't been. It hasn't been egregious.
Every
It
time
hasn't been
he
every
makes a shot, he
possession.
does it.
He doing it every possession.
I think so.
I've only seen him do it a few times.
Yeah, but how many times does he have to do it in order for you to have a problem?
I
with
guess
it?
that's true.
How many bombs he got to
Alright.
throw into the
I
crowd?
already sent you guys the Grand Theft Auto wheel with his picture on
Yeah,
it.
like Ja at this point
Pick
has
your
told
weapon.
people without using, words verbatim,
Yeah.
he don't care. And he think he's found something that you've seen enough of where you have not fined him and you have not suspended him. He gonna keep doing it.
Okay. What's the best NBA signature? Like as far as like a signature move, is it the Steph Night? I mean, currently that's the one that always jumps out to me. But
I used to like the Melo, when he used to do that to the headband, a little three, every time he made a 3-point shot.
Okay.
That's Carmelo. I ain't talking about Love Melo.
yeah, I know. I figured as much.
Yeah.
Rob, did you ever have that? Like, I mean, I always think of the Mario Ellie kiss of death too. You know what I mean? But that wasn't so much his signature as it was a moment.
Yeah, it was just a moment. It's so weird that it gets to a point now where I'm old school. It's like, dude, just play the fucking game. I just think about Mark Jackson's shimmy, and then everybody looks at, then Steph started doing it.
Yeah, and the Trae Young.
Yeah. And then I just, it's just people always think they're the originators of these things now because of YouTube and everything. Like, dude, this shit was been done back in the day, and it's just now that this person is on a bigger stage with more eyes on him, that it's, he created it. So all this stuff is like,
Well, LeBron used to have his what they call it, the silencer, when he used to do the little thing and then hit his chest after.
Nick used to do that before in Van
Who?
Exel.
Did he?
Van
used to
Exel
do
did that?
too.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't, okay.
I was thinking, and it's not a signature.
So it's like this,
Like the
I was
whole
thinking-
move.
nothing's
You know what I'm talking about,
nothing's
right?
original anymore.
Yeah,
Everything's
just
a
do all
remake.
that. Like,
Yeah.
it's like even I hate it. Like the thing that I used to hate was like when Tebow started doing the knee. Everybody called it Tebow. You know how many people were doing that way before Tebow?
Yeah,
It's like-
people, yeah, people was doing that at church.
Yeah. So none of these signature moves. Like if you really want my favorite signature move out of all athletes would probably be when dude used to score the touchdown and do the crazy legs. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I know
White
something.
Johnson when he used to do his leg.
Oh yeah.
I remember the Yankee Shuffle
Yeah.
back in the day.
I like the
He used
gritty.
to do the little dance. Yeah.
Every time in New Orleans,
gritty?
whether it be Justin Jefferson
Those cold cuts.
or Jamar Chase or any of them dudes from Louisiana, every time they did the gritty,
Yep.
I like the gritty. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, that's
Still
cool.
to this day.
I know, Rob, this is a question from Carl. I know Rob doesn't play much golf, but please tell me you guys at least watched Sunday at the Masters.
Nope.
No, you
little
don't
bit.
even watch it?
Nope.
It ain't the same without Tiger.
Well, why? Because a white guy won it? No, I'm kidding.
No, white, no.
I want to say.
Hold on.
I was
Wait a
getting
minute,
ready to
white
say.
guy always wins it. What are we talking about? Yeah.
Listen, I'm finna say, white folk been winning the Masters since the beginning of time.
Beginning of time. McElroy wins in a playoff hole, but Carl's question was, and obviously Rob's answer is going to be no, is Sunday at the Masters one of the best single days in all of sports?
No.
And you say no. See, I disagree. I think Sunday at the Masters is pretty freaking awesome. And I hate golf. I don't even pay attention to golf, but I will watch Sunday at the Masters.
I think Super Bowl Sunday is the best.
Super Bowl Sunday is the single most celebrated day in
yeah.
sports. I will tell you the tip-off of March Madness, the first day of March Madness is pretty damn good, too. And I know that's kind of more of a two-day thing, but opening round of March Madness is pretty freaking awesome. Opening day in Major League Baseball, for me, is,
It's that's there.
wow,
I will say
no excitement.
No, I mean there's excitement for it. But I will say this: that Sunday at the Masters, when I look over the years, when I've looked at that crowd, now part of that is because if Tiger's there, everybody named Mama either gonna be there or they're gonna watch.
Place was a madhouse.
And I think he helped elevate that Sunday because you always knew Tiger every Sunday he wore the red sweater, black slacks, black hat, and you knew it was a Sunday because that's when he wore it. And so I think
It was like a signature.
It was a signature, and I think that's what helped elevate that. And I'm not saying that it's not still popular because it is. I just think Tiger really put his stamp on that because you always want to see him on that Sunday. And the numbers showed it. Everybody was tuning in.
Yeah. But the Masters continually does it better than anybody as far as golf goes. So.
And shout out to Roy for completing the,
He got
Grand
the
Slam.
Yeah, that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Question from Dave. Rob, did I really hear Taj Gibson call Charlotte a gold mine this week? I know he's trying to get more guys to come and play there, but you got to show that on the court, don't you? You can't lose 63 games and finish one game ahead of the last place Wizards and call your franchise a gold mine.
Charlotte who?
The Charlotte Hornets.
A gold mine in what sense? No state
He
tax?
said it's a gold mine here. I love being here. This place is a gold mine.
Hold on, North Carolina has no state tax?
No, I'm just
No, I
I was
think they
saying
do.
Look,
Yeah.
it's a gold mine because they have no
okay.
state tax, but they do.
No, yeah.
Is
they do.
Taj married?
I don't know. Is that what you're looking at? That's the gold
I'm trying
mine?
to figure out.
Ime
'cause he might be
Udoka, that's
talking
the
about
gold
something
mine
other-
for you? Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
He got to be talking about something other than basketball.
He
because
has to
he's
be,
like-
right? You lost
Yeah.
63 games this year.
But you know what? You look about that team, though. They're young. They got some picks coming up.
They do.
Yeah, but it's hard to get a veteran guy.
And that's what I was going to ask you. How do you
go play a bunch of young guys who don't understand or are they more interested in social media and putting up numbers and then winning? Because it's a big difference now.
So I was going to say, how do you
how to win?
Right, but how do you recruit to a team like that? How do you and I guess he's trying to say, hey, there's a lot of opportunity here. We're a young team. There's room for growth. There's room for someone to become a star. But how do you get guys to join a team that, they're in the same boat as the Wizards and a lot of these other teams we've talked about. Just they're not good right now.
But when you think about, you got LaMelo Ball, point guard of future, if he can stay healthy. You got Miles Bridges, who's really, really good. And then you got Brandon Miller. You got those three. They got three young guys who can be the cornerstone. And then you need to add some peaches. Pieces, not peaches.
Fuck it. Throw peaches in too. Why not, man?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what Taj is bragging on, peaches.
Yeah, and maybe, who knows with the health of Mark Williams. I can see how he could say that, the potential, because they got a lot of young talent, but it's going to be hard to.
You got to show it, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard because it's to me when you watch the Hornets play, it's about showmanship. It's about entertainment.
Okay.
And that doesn't carry over to winning to me. It's like anytime you got players that every time they do something, they have some type of antics. That's about showmanship, trying to get viewership, trying to get your numbers and stuff. Come down, score a bucket, get your ass back, lock down some defense. Don't spend 5 minutes throwing up signs like, oh, I just made a three, or I just did a layup, oh, I just looked at my right hand and left hand because I made a shot. And to me, that keeps veteran guys who can help you win, from going there. You got to change your attitude, and that's not just the Hornets though. That's half the fucking. I'm sorry.
I was gonna
that's
say
95% of the fucking league. They just need to concentrate on winning instead of showmanship.
Buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Get me buckets.
Yeah.
Speaking of buckets, James Harden is a bucket. I think we've mentioned it before, but I figured worth mentioning it again as we're getting into the NBA playoffs now. James Harden has never missed the playoffs in his career. 3 playoff appearances in OKC, 8 in Houston, 1 with Brooklyn, and 2 in Philly, and now 2 with the Clippers. His career record in the postseason, 87-79. He's never won a title, but 16 straight playoff appearances is pretty freaking iconic as far as a
I
streak
need
goes.
to look up my playoff record.
As far as you're talking about all-time record.
Yeah, I want to have.
It's got to be better than Harden's. You've won 7
Oh
titles.
hell yeah, it's better than Harden's.
You've won 7 championships. I doubt you've lost 79 postseason games.
No,
Though you've
'cause I
played
never
in a
lost
ton.
in the first round.
All right, good. Well, actually, hold up. Let's do a little on the fly homework here. Let's see what Google knows about you. All right, let's see. Robert Horry. The first things that come up are height, ring, stats, net worth, son, Hall of Fame. Oh, you got a lot of nice little Google trivia there. Robert Horry, postseason record. Curious to know what your postseason record is. Man alive.
155.
Okay.
200. No. Well, that's wins. 155. Not. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking down here. I'm trying to
202.
figure this out here. Playoffs.
244.
Playoffs.
I played 244 games. So
Hang on, I'm scrolling down to find the record. I've got the total record here. I just got to
I'm average 10 wins per season, so 155 total wins.
155 and 89.
Okay.
155 and 89 was your all-time. That's pretty freaking good. You lost 89 postseason games, though. Harden's lost 79. But you played it a shit ton more.
Yeah, it's like,
You also won twice as many as that dude. So, all right, 155 and 89 is a pretty damn respectable postseason record. That's a lot of postseason games.
Yeah.
Jesus. My God. All right, well, that's a lot.
You also think of that 1 year shit. We only lost one damn game.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys
2021.
were 20-1. I think it was in the 2001 season, right?
Yeah. We went
The 01
15
Lakers.
15-1.
Yeah, that's right. 15-1. That's right. Damn. All right. Last thing, and I wanted to get your take on it. Harper and I are probably sick to death of it, but I wanted to play it for you.
oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Our boy Wiley. Did you hear about our boy Wiley Ballard this week? Wiley.
They may not show that over on that.
Wiley is no. I saw it on TMZ the other
it was
day.
everywhere.
It was
Yeah, it was.
everywhere.
It did go
Wiley
viral.
Ballard is the we're gonna call him the sideline reporter, if you will, for the Atlanta Braves.
Yep.
He's the in the field reporter, if you will. He's always down in the little camera wells. and
FanDuel
stuff.
network.
Yeah, on the FanDuel network. So during the Braves broadcast the other night, the Braves are winning 4-0. They went on to beat the Blue Jays 8-4. They actually won a game.
Yep.
So they sent Wiley out into the stands to explore. There's a new bar area in Toronto.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the name of it is, the Sky Lounge or some shit. I don't know.
Right.
But he's out there, and they just were kind of goading him in to go out and talk to some cute girls or something like that. So middle of the broadcast,
It's the top of the fifth inning.
top of the fifth inning. Braves are winning good now, and this is Wiley on there. He finds a couple girls out in the outfield.
Wiley, how are things up there at the Corona rooftop?
Things are pretty great, Brandon. We're having a lot of fun up here up the Corona rooftop. Who do we got here? What's your name?
My name's Lauren.
Lawrence, all right.
And
he
I'm
says
Kayla.
Lawrence.
Kayla,
instead
and you
of
guys
Lauren.
hang out at the rooftop lounge often?
Once a year I come out to visit.
Okay, well, we timed it pretty well. All right, good. How are you guys feeling about rooting for the Braves today?
Oof, I don't know. I'm hoping for the best.
What about you? Are you a Braves fan now?
Not quite.
Not quite. All right, I'm gonna go to work up here, guys. Good luck the rest of the way.
Okay, Wiley. You got 4 innings to get the numbers.
I'm on it.
Get us some more Braves fans.
All right, so they want me to get your number.
They want you to get my number.
I'm dead serious. They're saying in my ear right now, she doesn't believe me because she thinks you guys are not. I'm making this up. Even if you guys weren't, I might use that in the future. That's actually a pretty good move.
This is unbelievable.
So the best part of this right now is that Wiley could totally be faking it. This might be the new move. Just walk around with a FanDuel microphone and an earpiece in and convince fans that they're actually on TV.
I should have thought of this years ago.
I am speechless.
I got the number. We're good.
I am without speech.
He got the girl's number.
Yeah, I watched this live.
I was watching it too, cracking up, and then it starts going around on the internet.
Right.
Braves fans start reposting it, and it was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Now it has exploded. It has gone super viral. It's on Barstool Sports. It's on TMZ. It's on the freaking news. It's everywhere because the debate rages. Should a sideline reporter who's working a game be trying to pick up girls during the broadcast?
Why not? What's wrong with it?
The sideline reporter jumping in quick.
Here's my thing, and I think it's the way you go about doing it, and I think the way Wiley went about doing. Look, Wiley is a colleague.
Now we work with. Now here's the thing. So we work with Wiley. We've known Wiley for a long time. He's worked on the Georgia Tech broadcast with us. He's worked on the Braves broadcast. He's here every now and then doing clubhouse reports for us and stuff. So Wiley is like a buddy. Like we know him personally. Yeah. But the backlash became, why is he harassing this girl while he's supposed to be? And then people literally tagged it as like he's harassing her, and he put pressure on her to get her number. And this is unprofessional.
Can I say something?
Because
real
if
quick?
a girl did it to a guy, she'd get blasted on TV.
No, she would.
The more and more I live, and this is very random, but y'all understand where I'm coming from with this. The more and more I live and the older I get, the more and more I understand Thanos. Get rid of half of these folks.
I got the glove right here, man. You want me to snap them away?
I understand. When you talk about villains who I understand them.
Let's get Harper.
Get them out of here.
Let's get Harper the Infinity Gauntlet here so he can
Where
just start.
is the outrage coming from?
Thanos flipping people off.
I understand him.
Yeah.
How could you have a problem with what he did? This is entertaining. This is interacting.
And
when you're a silent reporter, you talk to people.
And it was innocent and fun.
It was innocent.
It wasn't like he was over there, and that's, I think part of it too is context. Like we know Wiley, who's genuinely one of the nicest dudes on the planet. Like he's respectful, he's professional, he works his ass off, he's very kind. He's not like, but if he was out there like whoring it up, like, I'm gonna give me some numbers, like that'd be different. Context wise, if you know Wiley Ballard, you're just like, that's adorable.
And even if you
he
don't
got a
know
girl's
him,
number, he better marry this girl.
right? And even if you don't know him, which a lot of the people who have an issue with him don't, even just looking at it for face value, there was nothing wrong.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with what he did. My thing is, the only thing I saw wrong with it is him actually telling the girls, hey, they want me to get you. I don't need them to tell me that. If I want it, I'm going to get your number anyway.
Girl was cute, too.
So.
Girl was cute.
What? I don't understand. This is interactive. When is the last time you've seen a sideline reporter do anything like this?
No, it was a fun in the moment thing.
It was fun. It was cool.
The fact that people got up in
interactive.
arms and it literally just makes me, I don't understand it. But I knew Rob would probably love it.
Thanos snapped the finger,
it.
bro. Just snapped the finger.
But if you can get the girl's number, do you get the girl's number? I need to find out if he's called or texted. I have to imagine they've been texting. They're internet famous.
Yeah.
The two of them are everywhere.
Think about it. They could pretend they're dating. Say, hey, they do it on the dating game. Let's pretend and do our world tour and make some money.
They've had to have talk just because of all this going viral.
I'm sure that he's texted her and was like,
talk.
hey, by the way, you want to be internet famous with me for the next 48 hours? Because we're on the national news.
So we tried to get him on because, like I said, he works with us. We tried to get him on some of the shows to talk about it. I guess they were not able to. Or
Well, I also think that to his credit, most of the Braves staff and the staff at FanDuel Sports Network have had his back in this thing.
Yeah.
I don't think they want him doing victory laps like, hey, look, everyone's got my back. You know what I mean?
They backed him. It's innocent. Look, in baseball, this is what I always said about baseball. Baseball needs a little spark. These are part of the sparks. This is part of the interesting nature of what you could see during a baseball game. It may not always be what's on the field. It could be what's happening on the sideline. You know, sometimes reporters can make certain jokes that, if not crazy, they can get you fired. But if a reporter has a sense of humor or a color commentator has a sense of humor, let it shine. You know why? Because it brings more eyes and it brings more ears to the game of baseball, which, from a standpoint, they kind of need.
Yeah, it's like, did you see the guy? He's I think he's a broadcaster for the Dodgers when he slid down the thing in Milwaukee and broke his wrist.
Oh yeah. It was the slide. When he went down the I saw that. Yeah.
So
dude, have some fun. And the best was the next night. They're like, everyone's got to watch the Braves broadcast to find out what Wiley's doing. And the next night, you know what Wiley was doing? He was on a hot dog seesaw with some other dude.
He was riding a Glizzy seesaw. So I'm like,
he didn't give a shit that the internet hated him. He did not care.
I saw that. I was like, I know this man ain't riding a Glizzy seesaw.
I get myself on a hot dog.
A Glizzy
seesaw.
Well, that's what
the
they
name
call
of this week's shoot around, a Glizzy seesaw.
I know that man ain't riding a Glizzy seesaw. I said, no, brother. Just go. I hope
that girl saw him on that hot dog and deleted his number from her phone. No. She's out. He's done. He's out, baby.
But my thing is, another thing. You remember how I don't know if you remember when who was it? The Reds brought in Snoop Dogg to up in the booth.
Oh yeah, he called the
color commentator.
Yeah, he called a couple innings.
That's how you add more. That's what makes you more entertaining. Now you got teams talking about, bring Snoop into the booth for our team. Bring him. Matter of fact, they should have him down there. I want to see him in the Braves booth. I would love to hear him in the Braves booth just to see what he sounds like.
I would love to see Snoop out in the field getting numbers, man.
How about T.I.? Put T.I.
Put T.I. out there. Put somebody in your respective city, or Snoop travels around everywhere, and everybody recognizes Snoop. Have somebody in there that could just be a little different. Just a little different, and just to see what it does. You know?
It'll be fun, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I enjoyed the hell out of the Wiley thing. And I don't know why everyone got so mad about it.
No, because
I'm going to look it up as soon as we get off air.
It's great.
Because we live in this stupid world.
Yeah,
That's why.
We sure do. Why don't you go and pet a puppy and enjoy yourself?
That's like I said. Thanos, go get it.
Touch some grass.
Give him all the stones and let him snap his fingers.